season long.
Yeah, but I guess when you die and feather your beard.
Oh, that's the reason why it's steeped into his body and mess with his joints and all that other stuff.
They find meals in those beards and things.
It's like James Harden's beard. They have that one commercial where they pull Andre Dawson out of the ivy of the Chicago Cubs. 4 years. You're gonna find Magic Johnson gonna pull him out of James Harden's beard.
Don't let that beard you got go.
Okay? Oh, no, it will go. It won't be here tomorrow.
Okay, cool. And you won't be here either. So, there it is. Okay, let's go to the hotlines where we find Commando Dave. Game time. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, JB and KB?
How you doing, Commando?
Man, always good to be on with you guys, particularly with Big P crashing the boards as always, right off the bat. Big loss in the Motor City. So, before I get to the Seahawks' baffling loss against the Lions, let me give a shout out to the memory and legacy of the godfather of Detroit boxing, Emanuel Steward, rest in peace. And while I'm giving shout outs, I definitely got to give one to Gabriel Montoya for his eloquent game time eulogy last week as well.
Absolutely. Well said there, brother.
And when I think about Emanuel Steward, man, it's just one. I know he managed and trained a number of legendary boxers, but the one that really just comes to my immediate mind is Thomas the Hitman Hearns, because that's the first corner that I saw Emanuel Steward in.
Yeah, and obviously we remember the classic battles. It was Thomas the Hitman Hearns that really, and Emanuel Steward,
right?
The way they did, that was the enduring image in my mind, which made me instantly a boxer. The Hearns Hagler, it'll go down as the all-time. I don't even think that it can be replicated just because of the names and what they meant at the time during the division, and of course the Hall of Fame boxers that they absolutely were. And to see, and another note on that before I let KB chime in. HBO did a great job over the weekend in their Boxing After Dark by eulogizing one Emanuel Steward himself. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, expect a lot more from it, and they had some pretty good fights to go with it. But in between the 3 fights that they had there, they really did a good job, and things were well said before the 10 bell count salute there before the main event.
You know what I thought was kind of ironic over the course of the weekend? You had Emanuel Steward, obviously, who had passed away earlier last week. And, you had Boxing After Dark, HBO had presented that, and they did a really good job there. And the thing that stayed out in my mind, obviously, was Thomas the Hitman Hearns, and he had his fight, which I call a professional street brawl, had there against Marvelous Marvin.
Yes.
And then, I'm going through all that, and then later on, I believe Saturday evening, Rocky III comes on. And I'm just thinking, is this just not my day right now? I mean, just because of the impact that Emanuel Steward and his boxers and watching his boxers throughout the years had on me. So, I thought that summed it up just nicely. I mean, obviously the Rocky III is the one where Mick passes away, so it kind of hit me in that sort of way. But I just thought that it was a really strong boxing weekend, and it was a great boxing weekend, in my opinion, when you talk about one of the greatest trainers of all time. Yeah,
man, no doubt. And moving quickly on to and while I'm giving shout outs, man, H-Town Edward, man, hey, good to hear you on Game Time. Quickly to the Huskies. Are the Huskies back?
I'm not saying that.
Because I'm goofy.
So you're poking the bear again. Now they're storming the damn field after Oregon State. Hell no, they're not back.
If they get back to the Rose Bowl, win or lose, I will say that they're back, but they're not.
I know, I'm just being facetious because, last time I was on, you were saying, hey, the Huskies are back, and then the Huskies aren't back, and then they look good, and big win. Oh, man, the Huskies are back, and then they're really not back. And say what you want to say, that was a big win. Of course, impressive win against Oregon State the other night. But I have to say on this storm in the field thing, both you guys are right. I mean, it's a tie. I'm completely with you.
You on the fence?
Huh?
You on the fence?
Welcome.
No. I'm not on the fence. No. Because when I was watching it, I was like, no, 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 no. You know, that's how I was when I was watching them storming the field. All right, because you're right, JB. There's no need to be storming the field against Oregon State, but there's a difference between an explanation and an excuse. So you know that's KB's explanation with the Godfather Tony Rome's endorsement was good for me because you know I'm not excusing it nor condoning it. It's ridiculous, you know, all the way around, but KB does make an excellent point, man, in terms of just, you know, what we know as Husky tradition, that winning tradition, and how long it's been, you know, like I said from the onset about the Huskies being back, the Huskies not being back, because that's roller coaster ride. Well, during that roller coaster ride, there's been a number of, you know, students that come in, and KB said, they don't know anything about Husky traditional winning football, and, you know, they drinking and all that kind of stuff anyway, so anything to just act crazy is enough for them.
Party.
Right. And see, and the thing is, what we're really talking about, as I said, that winning tradition, and on the one hand, that's what you're talking about, KB, but on the other hand, you're saying that uniforms don't matter, when the point that I've made many times is that uniforms, the logo, you know, all of that stuff matters, and as we've seen in the years, you know, in the past decade or so, man, just really just that shift that goes really away from the tradition that we know.
Yeah, if you want to talk about the younger cats is what I'll call them, going there. Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. And I know we could go a bunch of different tangents on the uniforms, but you know, let's just be honest in what it is. If you're winning, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter what they're wearing. And I tell you what, I mean, I never said that KB's explanation didn't work. I'm not defending the kids and doing that. But when you're an institution like the University of Washington, it's like when you're a storage tradition. You're not the new kids on. You're not Oregon in the last 15 to 20 years on the team. Okay, I mean it goes back. I mean it goes back generations.
No. You know that.
Let me throw something.
KB knows that. We all know that. But again, we're talking about this new breed of college student, college fan. And then I think KB made an excellent point. Not to cut you off, KB, sorry about that. But you made an excellent point, man, about just the new stadium, you know, where they are on top of that.
Yeah. And I got a question for JB.
Wait, I got a question for you. Do these new schoolers, since you're the expert on new schoolers, I'm not saying this again. No, but they don't listen to their elders no more? Is that what's happening to them?
No, that's part of it.
It's part of it, right?
It's kids. They don't listen. Come on. No, I'm just playing. But let's put the shoe on the other foot, or at least let's move down I-5 a little bit, right? Do you really think that the kids that go to the University of Oregon remembered back when Oregon sucked? They don't remember back when Oregon sucked.
No.
And so when they beat the University of Washington, they do exactly what the University of Washington did back during the 80s and 90s when UW used to dominate them.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, it's the Huskies. Mm-hmm. That's not, you know, we get excited for beating teams like USC. We get excited for beating teams like Cal and Stanford. Who care about the Huskies? They don't remember back when Oregon was a garbage program before Mike Bellotti and everybody else came in, and Chip Kelly and all those guys. That doesn't matter to them. What the hell's Cal done? Oh, Cal was pretty good back in, you know, a couple of years back. You know, Jeff Tedford. So we're gonna storm the field when we beat Cal?
I hope not. No, hey, man, like I said, you're preaching to the choir. I'll give you an amen. As I said, I'm not excusing it, but there is a difference between an explanation and an excuse. And KB's explanation was a good one. Let's move on to the Seahawks. Inexplicable loss yesterday. And JB, you made the excellent point that the defense really, man, has only had 2 lapses this season. Yesterday was one, week 1 was the other one. The difference between yesterday was the time on the deal. You know, against Arizona, Kevin Cobb just came in and then zip, you know, touchdown. Yesterday was just a shame because they had 5 minutes and 27 seconds on that clock, and they went 80 yards and left 20 seconds on it. And that was, you know, in the words of Denny Green, you know, you want to crown the Seahawks D as the best in the league, then go ahead and crown them, which we all have. But this is what happens when you're looking at things from a mid-season point of view and not letting things extrapolate all the way out to the end of the season. And maybe at the end of the season, they'll still be the coldest D. But, man, we saw the coldest D yesterday just melt.
Yeah, and I do look at the defense in yesterday's game and say that, you know, in a lot of ways, it actually, let's count them up, 12 out of the 16 plays where they did let us down. But at the same time, I also want to give credit to Matt Stafford because I think it takes a lot of cojones there as a quarterback to be able to convert on that many third downs. You can't just say the Seahawks gave up 12 first downs on third down.
Right.
You also have to say that the Lions were able to convert. And they did a good job, and that's why I always measure the clutch ability of a quarterback. It's not whether or not you're able to bring your team down in the fourth quarter in a 2-minute drill and score a touchdown or get a field goal and win the game, but throughout the game, can you convert on third down? That, to me, is a clutch quarterback.
Well, he needs to get a discount double check endorsement because he looked like he had the discount double check belt around him with that offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some serious protection going, and you guys made...
You too?
Huh?
He emailed you too? I'm just saying. Yeah, he sent a tweet. KB, I'm about to throw a touchdown to Titus Young.
What happened to the Blitzen Hawks, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that what the mascot's name is?
Blitz?
Yeah, where the hell is he?
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. That was just... And as I said on Game Time a few weeks ago, man, you know, Seahawks, you know, they're 4-4 now, but they... beat the wrong guys.
Same record as Detroit?
They beat the wrong guys. No, I know. Yeah.
And we'll see what happens tonight on Monday Night Football. I mean, it's really going to be a killer. That's just really going to be something in your side if Arizona finds a way to beat San Francisco.
Oh, man, don't say that. Go ahead and bite your tongue and put your mic down. Come on.
This is one of the craziest seasons
No, it really is.
I've ever seen. And so nothing surprises me anymore. I'm almost ready to just tank this damn prognostication. Okay?
Don't do.
You would, you laugh.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Don't do that. We go this week, coming up on week 9, baby.
No doubt, no doubt. So we're definitely, of course, we'll hear from you, if not before, of course, this Thursday, on Thursday, and again on Friday. Any last shout-outs there, Commando?
Man, I'll give a shout-out to some guys that I wouldn't normally give shout-outs to. You guys know how I feel about baseball, 162 games until football season. But when you watch some guys like the San Francisco Giants do what they did and just sweep a team out of the way in the manner that they did it, you got to give them some props. And my final shout-out goes out to Sandy, UB.
I just got it. I just got it.
I'll talk to you guys Thursday.